Want to build the next big thing in AI? Think you're ready for the wild ride that comes with it? Let's pull back the curtain on what it really takes to chase that dream. It's not just about having a great idea or a killer pitch deck. It's about the daily grind, the sacrifices, and the relentless pursuit of something bigger than yourself. If you're imagining late nights, endless coffee, and a life that looks nothing like the movies, you're on the right track. Here's the secret menu top founders swear by: no fun, no alcohol, and almost no sleep. It's not just a catchy phrase. It's a way of life for those who want to push boundaries and build something extraordinary. This is the unspoken code of the startup world, a mantra that separates the dreamers from the doers. It's about making choices that most people would never consider, and sticking to them even when it gets tough. It's a lifestyle that trades parties for code, and weekends for all-nighters. The social calendar gets replaced by a sprint board, and your best friends become your teammates, and your laptop. Every Friday night, while the city lights up with excitement, you're still at your desk, chasing the next breakthrough. The camaraderie of your team becomes your social life, and the shared struggle for progress bonds you tighter than any happy hour ever could. While your friends are out, your big night is debugging code and chasing breakthroughs. The only music you hear is the clack of keys and the hum of servers. The glow of your monitor replaces the neon lights of the city, and the satisfaction of solving a tough problem becomes your celebration. You learn to find joy in the small wins, and to keep pushing even when exhaustion sets in. This isn't a one-off. It's every day, every week. The grind doesn't pause for holidays or birthdays. It's a constant demanding presence. You start to measure time not in weekends or vacations, but in milestones and deadlines. The calendar fills up with tasks, and personal events get pushed aside. It's a rhythm that's both exhilarating and exhausting, and it tests your commitment at every turn. The rules? No drinking. Clarity is king. Every decision matters, and there's no room for foggy thinking when you're building the future. You swap out the happy hour for hydration, knowing that every line of code and every strategic move could make or break your vision. The discipline to say no, even when it's tempting, becomes a superpower. No sleep, just enough to function. You learn to live on power naps and caffeine, pushing your limits night after night. The world outside might be sleeping, but your mind is racing with ideas, problems, and solutions. You become an expert at squeezing productivity out of every waking hour, and you start to see the sunrise from your office window more often than your own bed. And fun? Only if you count fixing bugs as fun. The little victories, squashing a stubborn bug or shipping a new feature, become your new definition of excitement. The adrenaline rush of finally seeing your code work or watching users respond to a new feature is what keeps you going. It's a different kind of fun, one that only those in the trenches truly understand. For these founders, the grind is a badge of honor. It's proof of their commitment, their hunger, and their willingness to do what others won't. Every sleepless night and every missed party is a reminder of the bigger goal. The exhaustion becomes a symbol of dedication, and the struggle is worn with pride. They believe every hour spent not working is an hour lost to the competition. The pressure is relentless, and the clock never stops ticking. There's always someone else out there, working just as hard, chasing the same dream. The fear of falling behind becomes a powerful motivator, driving you to push even harder. The startup becomes your world, and you're its exhausted, hyper-focused ruler. Every waking moment is spent thinking about the next milestone. Even when you step away from your desk, your mind is still running through problems, ideas, and strategies. The line between work and life blurs until it almost disappears. The no sleep, no fun formula isn't just a phase. It's a commitment to outwork everyone. It's a marathon at sprint pace, and only the relentless survive. The pace is brutal, and the stakes are high. But for those who thrive in this environment, the challenge is addictive. Normal life is paused. The mission is everything. Friends and family might not understand, but you know what's at stake. Relationships are tested and sometimes put on hold as you pour everything into your vision. The outside world can feel distant, but the sense of purpose keeps you anchored. Fun is redefined. It's the thrill of solving a tough problem, not a night out. The rush of progress is your new high. Each breakthrough, no matter how small, feels monumental. You learn to celebrate the wins that only you and your team truly appreciate. The finish line? A world-changing product, if you make it there. Every late night and sacrifice is a bet on that future. The dream of launching something that changes lives, that leaves a mark on the world, is what keeps you moving forward, even when the odds seem impossible. This is the reality behind the headlines: relentless, lonely, and laser-focused. The world sees the success, but not the sleepless nights. The stories of overnight success rarely mention the years of struggle, the sacrifices, and the moments of doubt that came before. The grind is glorified, but the cost is high. Burnout lurks around every corner, and not everyone makes it through. The pressure can be overwhelming, and the risk of losing yourself in the process is real. It takes resilience, self-awareness, and sometimes a willingness to step back and recharge. You sacrifice sleep, social life, and sanity for a shot at greatness. The world outside keeps moving, but you're locked in the race. The invitations pile up, the messages go unanswered, and the days blur together. But for those who are truly driven, the sacrifice feels worth it. The only party you're invited to is the one in your code editor. For some, that's enough. For others, it's a lonely road. The satisfaction of building something from nothing can outweigh the loneliness, but it's not for everyone. For others, it's a recipe for burnout. The line between passion and obsession blurs, and the toll can be steep. It's important to recognize your limits, to find moments of rest, and to remember why you started in the first place. But in the world of AI startups, this is the price of admission. If you want to change the world, you have to be willing to pay it. The journey is grueling, but the possibility of making a real impact is what draws people in, again and again. Welcome to the No Fun Club. Here the grind never stops, and the only reward is the chance to build something that matters. If you're ready to trade comfort for challenge and routine for risk, then step inside. The world is waiting for what you'll create. This is a grind culture, where your calendar is packed with code sprints, not celebrations. Investors want results yesterday, and competitors never sleep. Your closest relationship? Probably your co-founder. The office is your home, and takeout is your diet. Missing out is normal. Friends stop inviting you. Vacations are a risk. The fear of falling behind keeps you working 100-hour weeks. Exhaustion becomes a badge of honor, and stories of sleepless CEOs are legendary. But this heroism comes at a cost. The party? It never happens. Why live like this? Why push yourself to the edge night after night, chasing something that seems almost impossible? What drives someone to willingly step into a world where the odds are stacked against you, and the finish line keeps moving further away? For founders, building an AI company is war. Every day is a new battle, and the stakes couldn't be higher. It's not just about launching a product, it's about survival, about proving you belong in a world that demands the extraordinary. The field moves at lightning speed, miss a week and you're obsolete. The competition never sleeps and neither can you. Every breakthrough is met with 10 new challenges and the pace only accelerates. Every hour not working is a chance for someone else to win. The pressure is relentless and the margin for error is razor thin. There's no room for comfort or complacency, only the hungry survive. Deep work is the goal, long, focused stretches to solve impossible problems. It's about pushing your mind to its absolute limits. The real breakthroughs happen when you're so immersed, you forget the world outside even exists. Distractions are the enemy. Obsession is the weapon. Only total focus can cut through the noise and chaos. In this world, being obsessed isn't a flaw, it's a requirement. Legends like Jobs and Musk set the standard. Relentless, all in, no balance. They sacrificed everything for their vision. Their stories are more than inspiration. They're a blueprint for what it takes to change the world. New founders want to be remembered the same way. They crave that legacy, that mark on history. The dream isn't just to build a company, but to become a legend in their own right. It's not just about building a company. It's about building a legacy. It's about changing the world, no matter the cost. The mission is bigger than any one person, and the sacrifices are part of the story. The logic? Outwork, outlast, outsmart. The cost? Everything else. Friends, family, even your own health. Nothing is off limits. The pursuit of greatness demands everything you have and then some. That's the madness behind the method. It's the price of greatness in the world of AI startups. And for those who dare to chase it, the journey is as defining as the destination. The no sleep, no fun formula is often glorified in startup culture, but it comes with a dark side. Burnout, the constant hustle, the endless late nights, and the pressure to always be on can take a heavy toll. It's a cycle that's hard to break, especially when everyone around you seems to be running the same race, measuring success by how much they sacrifice. Bodies and minds start to break down. Stress, anxiety, and loneliness creep in, making it harder to stay motivated or even healthy. The excitement that once fueled your ambition can quickly turn into exhaustion, and the passion that drove you can fade into frustration. You might build something amazing, but in the process, you risk losing yourself, your sense of purpose, and your happiness along the way. The dream can become a trap, where the line between dedication and self-destruction blurs. Missed moments with loved ones and lost relationships are the hidden costs that rarely make the headlines. The sacrifices aren't just professional, they're deeply personal, and sometimes they're irreversible. Critics argue this grind is unsustainable. Creativity and innovation actually thrive on rest, not on exhaustion or constant pressure. When teams are burned out, ideas dry up, and collaboration suffers. True success isn't just about relentless work. It's about finding balance, nurturing your well-being, and enjoying the journey. When you take care of yourself, you're able to bring your best ideas and energy to the table. Maybe the next wave of founders will be the ones to finally rewrite the rules and challenge the old myths. They might choose to prioritize health, happiness, and meaningful connections over endless grind. Imagine a new formula, one that combines brilliant code, good sleep, real joy, and genuine human connection. A culture where taking breaks is seen as a strength, not a weakness. That's the real intelligent design, where success is measured by fulfillment, not just output. Where the journey is as rewarding as the destination, and every win is shared. The future of AI, and maybe the future of work itself, might just depend on it. The choice is ours. Keep repeating the old patterns, or build something better together.